All right, welcome back to another episode. I want to start these off with some affirmations because I feel like that's how I want to set the tone for these episodes moving forward, and just getting in the zone and getting prepared for what is in today's episode. So, I am powerful. I am fearless. I am able. If God called me to it, who can be against me? So let's get into today's episode. So today is about making the decision to change your life. Like, this is so big because it really is a decision. Because if you're living life thinking that life is going to change for you, you will be sadly mistaken, because life will just drag you along. You're going to have to really make the decision to make some things move in your life. It's not going to just come to you. And I used to always have this saying, like, I don't let things happen to me, I make things happen. And after I really kept it real with myself, I was really allowing so many things to happen and I had no control. It was like I was in the passenger seat and someone else was driving, someone I did not even know. So this is about making that decision and what it takes to really come to that decision. So for me, everybody has like that life-shattering moment or just life-opening moment. And for me, it was my daughter. Like, me giving birth to my daughter, I realized like some things really have to change. I can't keep living the life that I've been living. And oh my goodness, I just realized I have no earrings in, but that's okay. We're gonna keep it going. So after I made that decision that I wanted to change my life and I wanted my life to look a certain way, I started to make those changes. So within making the decision, like, okay, I'm about to change my life. Like, I don't like the route that my life has been going. I really just want to change course. I don't want to just live the life that I've been living in the past. Like, I want something totally new. Within that decision of saying, like, you know what, I do want to change my life, came minor decisions that I had to make. Like, overall, I want to change my life, but within my life, there were little departments that I had a lot of changes I had to make, a lot of things that I had to let go of, a lot of things I had to heal from, a lot of things like behavior I had to change, because in order to change my life, there's little things that you need to do in order to start kind of reversing or going in a different path, if you will. So as of lately, I've been praying to God to guide my steps, because everything in my life that I want to change comes from the decisions I make and my behaviors. I remember hearing a clip from Lauren London, and she was saying that, and this is just me paraphrasing, this is not word for word, but it was something to the lines of, she just doesn't want to miss her mark. And I really resonated with that. Like, I really felt that. Like, I don't want to miss any more steps. Like, I really want to be right where God wants me to be. I don't want to miss. So these are like two major things that I did in order to continue trying to change my life and making that decision to change my life. And so it really was like a this or that. Like, so when I started to make the decision, like, okay, I want to change my life, I started thinking of looking at things as this or that. Like, do I want this or do I want that? And that really helps me, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't, eat out today because I want the body I wanted. Or maybe I shouldn't say this to my mom because, I already know the reaction she's going to give and I don't want to deal with it. Whatever that is. Right before my eyes, I started to see my life change. I started getting the answers that I want. I started getting the opportunities that I want. I started getting the reactions that I wanted within my personal life and, business life. It all came from the decisions I made. Remember, the first this or that I decided to kind of look at was my response to, like, my relationship, like response to people. Do I want to just be like, you know what? Let me walk you through why you got me messed up? Or do I just want to cuss you out real quick because you should have known better and I shouldn't have to walk you through it because you should have known. You should have known better. Like, it's common sense. That is one of the biggest areas I had to say a this or that. Because a lot in life, people will try you. And my mom used to always say, like, it's not what they did, it's how you responded. And I used to hate that because it's like, no, it is definitely what they did. Like, I wouldn't have responded that way if they didn't do this. But as God is working on me, I really have been trying to watch how I talk, watch my response. And I think it has to be that why. Because it's like, why should I have to hold my tongue after you done did something to me? Why do I have to be nice to you when you done, basically said what you said? And so that why, when there's no why, to fill that void of why you should do it, you constantly are just reacting. But if you figure out what your why is, like, you know what, I'm not going to respond to you the way you want me to respond, the way you deserve to be responded to. I'm going to respond to you with grace, because I'm trying to go places. Or for me, I'm not only trying to go places, but I'm really trying to follow what God got called for me. And right now, I don't think he wants me to respond the way I want to respond. So I think that is what you have to figure out. It's the this or that. Do I want to respond and potentially not get to the places that I want to get to because I'm entertaining this? Or do I want to just go ahead, let you have it, hold my grace, because I'm very intentional about keeping my peace, and this ain't worth it? So what do I want? Which one do I want? Which one is going to get me to the overall of changing my life? Which one do I want? Which one do I want? That's what you have to ask yourself when it's making that decision and changing your life. Which one do you want? Do you want this or do you want that? And then the second one was, do you want to change your environment because you want better? Or do you want to stay here because you're not sure if you'll get better? You're scared. Go for it and change your environment. Or stay in your environment because you're unsure. This one was a big one for me because I used to stay in certain situations, friendships, around certain family members, even in relationships in the past, because I just wasn't sure if I could get better. You know what I mean? Like, not saying like better than them, but like, I've already been comfortable. I already know this person. This person already know me. I already know the BS they got going on. Now, being very intentional about what I consume. Gossip, negative stuff, things that ain't really pushing me forward, I don't have time for. So I try to limit those type of environments, not like judging them, not like putting them down or making them feel like, you know, they're less than. But overall, for the overall scheme of things, I'm trying to change my life here. And if you know that think what you listen to, that really manifests in your life, if you don't think that, then, you know, you just don't think that. But I know that what you think can become your reality. I want to make sure I'm around the right people, or we're having the right conversations. Do I want to continue? Because it is fun. Don't get me wrong. It's entertaining. So do I want to stay here where I'm kind of sticking to the same type of conversations? I'm not really growing. Nobody's really stretching me. I'm just kind of staying, like I'm staying in the same place. Do I want to do that just so I can be entertained? Or do I want to push myself to be around people that may be smarter than me, that I may feel a little intimidated by, but it's not because they're better than me, like over life, like God favors them more, but more so, you know, they got their stuff together. And in return, because I'm around these people who got their stuff together, they're talking different, you know, things that they find entertaining is a little bit different. They're starting to progress their life. Again, no shade, no shame to anybody, but it's really not personal. Actually, it is personal. It's not personally against you. It's really personal for me. I need to get to a certain place in my life, and I'm not going to get there talking about the same things and talking about things that ain't stretching me. I need to be around the people that are getting to the bag, that are trying to get to where I'm trying to go to. And it's serious. Because again, I'm trying to change my life. And it's not even just a crowd. It can be where you live. It can be your friend group. It can be your job. It can be what school you go to. It can be anything. Whatever environment that is for you, it cannot be the environment that you need to be in order for you to grow. So if it means you need to quit that job, it means you need to quit that job. If it means you need to move out the house, it means you need to move out the house. If it means you need to change your friends, you need to change your circle, period. That is kind of what really just pushed me to really change my life. Every day I'm asking, do I want this or do I want that? And that helps me make that decision to overall change my life, because I know that I want more. I know that I deserve more. I know that I'm going to get more. And it's all about the decisions I make in life. Whew! I feel good. Episode 3, listen, I don't have no earrings in. Y'all, I quickly did my makeup because my daughter is upstairs and she's sleeping. At any moment, she could wake up. And the last thing I want to say about the environment piece, though, okay? It can be, like, this is the hardest one. Because really when you're in your environment, low-key you've been there the longest and it's the most comfortable. So anytime you change your environment, a lot of obstacles come your way. So it's easy to kind of double back to the environment you used to be in because it's comfortable, it's familiar, and you really know the ins and outs, you know, the bad, you know, the good. Here, it's just so much uncertainty, but that's the point. You don't even know how far you can take it. You don't even know how successful you can be. You don't even know how good you are until you plant yourself in this new environment and grow. It's scary, it's uncomfortable, and there's gonna be a lot of times you feel like maybe you ain't up for the challenge, but I'm here to tell you that you are up for the challenge. Like, this is for you. It's gonna be hard. Like, change is gonna be hard. Making a decision to change your life is the easy part. The part that's hard is doing the work. So that's it. That's all, y'all. I'm so like this is what God has called me to do. I really feel it, and I'm really excited to have like these conversations. That is it. I hope y'all enjoyed this segment because I know I really enjoyed it. And it's something that, like, everything I talk about, I really, really love. Like, these are when I say like, oh, I want to be around people that are having the same conversation as me, it's this. It's pushing my friends. It's pushing you. It's pushing me. It's making sure that we are not falling back to our old ways. If we want more, let's do more. If we want better, let's do better. And that is it. Thank you so much for joining me on episode 3, and I will see you next week.